A federal judge today will consider whether the man who tried to assassinate President Ronald Reagan in 1981 is fit to be released. The hospital that has treated John Hinckley for more than 3 decades says he is safe to go. The judge hears testimony on Hinckley's potential release a few hours from now, and Major Garrett is at the scene of the assassination attempt outside the Washington Hilton. Major, good morning.
Good morning. John Hinckley Jr. shot President Reagan and 3 others here in 1981. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity and confined to a mental institution here in D.C. Over the years, he's received more and more supervised freedom. The question now, should Hinckley be released from his hospital for good?
Mr. President!
John Hinckley was 25 when he fired 6 shots at President Ronald Reagan, an assassination attempt that also seriously wounded Reagan's press secretary James Brady and 2 law enforcement officers protecting the president. Now 59 years old, Hinckley spends almost half the year in Williamsburg, Virginia, under the care of his mother, Joanne, who is almost 90. These supervised visits began with 3-day stays in 2006 and have grown gradually by court order to now total 17 days at a time. Hinckley's doctors at St. Elizabeth's Hospital say he has mellowed with age. In court filings, his medical team said his mood has remained uplifted and his mental status stable while on these outings. And they say he is fit to leave. A federal judge is weighing that question. So are community leaders in Williamsburg.
Anytime you know you have someone in your community that's committed the types of crimes that Mr. Hinckley committed, it's a concern.
Come on.
Sandra Kochersberger worked with Hinckley when he volunteered at a local hospital.
John's a very sweet and considerate person.
Reporter Del Wilbur wrote a book about the attempt on Reagan's life and has covered Hinckley's case extensively.
They're going to keep pushing him out because that's what the doctors do, right? Federal prosecutors have a long history, long memory. You know, they are advocates in some ways for Nancy Reagan, who's still alive and terrified of John Hinckley.
Dan Emmett joined the Secret Service shortly after the Reagan assassination attempt and said even if Hinckley wins his freedom, the agency will never be far away.
John Hinckley will always be a person of interest to the United States Secret Service. And so from now until the day John Hinckley dies, the Secret Service will be a part of his life.
President Reagan's daughter, Patty Davis, wrote this week that she still believes Hinckley is a danger. A federal judge will weigh evidence and decide if Hinckley can be released to Williamsburg for up to a month at a time as a prelude to full-time release, albeit with many restrictions on his movement. Charlie?
Major, thanks.